Because I've been there now at Children's Hospital, and what that is at the Healing Arts Program. I get to go room to room and sing for the kids and the families when I'm not on the road. Is that a great gig?
Yeah.
I just absolutely adore it. And I'm able to be there during the celebrations and during the actual challenges. And there are many in between. And so what I have to share with you today is basically all in this one song, Hold the Sky. It's my new album, and it's the main song. It was a gift. I feel like it was a gift for me. And here's why I think it's a gift. I was going through absolute challenge in my life. It's called a divorce. And after 20 years, and I was not feeling up for going anywhere, being in front of any audience, going to singing at all. Matter of fact, I was at that place in my life where I just didn't feel like being the light of the world anymore. Yeah, you ever feel like that?
Yeah.
You know, because when we're interacting with each other, we got to kind of be up. Hey, hi,
Yeah.
hey, whoa, hey, what's going on? And when you're presenting and you're a performer, you've got to show that too. I'm trying to show you my best here. You know, and also even when things are going bad, you know, aren't we also expected to just look at what could possibly happen, even though things are kind of crumbling around us? And so you know, I was trying to do that, but I was going through absolute darkness. As a matter of fact, I remember being in my house alone, and I'd be in the dark, and I'd have a candle burning, and I would just sing and cry and sing and cry and sing and cry. And it's a lot of where my chanting came from. I feel like the chanting for me kind of brought me out of the darkness into the light. You know, and as far as my mind, because that repetition really helped me. So for some reason, I got in the car and I went. Because I'm scheduled to be at the hospital. I was home. I was going out and I was driving. And sure enough, I was talking to myself and I said, you know what? You are in no condition to go do this today. None. The car kept driving. And I pulled in the parking lot, and I said, you know, you should just turn around right now. You should just turn around. Because this is not happening. I parked the car. So I walk in, and sure enough, you can imagine, you sing with these kids, and your problems go fly out the window. And so the first interaction, I walk into a room, and this little guy, and this was what inspired the song, this little guy, right out of the gate, said something very unusual to me. He said, chemotherapy was like having an earthquake inside him. And that was an odd thing to hear. As a matter of fact, his mother was there, and she thought it was odd too. And so I immediately just responded, and I said, what do you mean? He says, you know, it's like the ground is shaking inside you. And when he said that, this little guy had my attention. I mean, really had my attention. And I immediately just looked at him and said, how old are you? He says, I'm almost 8. So this almost 8-year-old has got my pure attention because he explained exactly how I was feeling. Like the ground was shaking inside me. Like what I was feeling it's like my foundation had crumbled beneath me. And everything that was before me was gone. And so I had to ask him, I said, what do you do when the ground is shaking inside you? I noticed because I wanted an answer. And this little guy held his hand in the air and said, hold the sky. I went, let's write a song. I literally said that. I said, let's write a song together. And in that moment, we wrote this little line. It goes, when the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, Hold the sky, hold the sky. Now sing that with me. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the kingdoms crumble into dust, say goodbye, say goodbye. When the kingdoms crumble into dust, say goodbye, say goodbye. Sometimes life can bring you down to your knees. If you go through hell, fire, just don't stop for tea. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the time is time to forgive, time to love, time to love. When the time is time to forgive, time to love, time to love. And when love leaves loving arms, watch the ground, watch the ground. And when love leaves loving arms, watch the ground, watch the ground. Sometimes life can bring you down to your knees. If you go through hell, fire, just don't invite me. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, hold the sky. When the ground is shaking under me, hold the sky, 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 hold the sky. And as you can hear in the lyrics, I brought that experience from that moment with that little angel to my own experience and what I was going through then. And music is a powerful thing. I find that like just when I was sitting here on the front row of just being so excited about coming up here and sharing it with you, because I knew what it was going to do. I knew what the music does to just really open us up. And I love that I get to do that in a hospital setting or a convalescent setting or wherever I go in the wellness world, I find that music is powerful. I believe that, but I feel like the power is not in the music itself. What it does is a tool that creates human connection. It just opens the door. Artwork is the same thing. It's a tool that we have this great ability to just open us up. And so therefore, all of us have the ability to use these tools that are all around us. Because the real power is the human connection that we have within us. And that we have available at all times. I remember, I have another song on Hold the Sky that I think I'll sing for you. In my work with teenagers, I was doing all those high school assemblies all over the place, and I actually had worked with the high school, Columbine High School. That was before the tragedy there. And when the tragedy happened, I was called there to do some follow-up work, with many other people as well. And that impacted me in a huge way. And right here in San Diego, years later, we had a high school shooting. And I don't know if you remember that, but it was right in my backyard. And I remember walking down the streets and just trying to get eye contact with people, just, everyday people, just to say hello. Hi. And these days, I almost feel like it's an odd to walk amongst each other, and if the opportunity shows itself, not to acknowledge each other, even just with a glance. My mother used to talk about me when I was a kid. She used to say about me to other people, and when you're a little kid, when you're being talked about, because that means about you, of course. When you're being talked about, you're listening. And she used to say, Karl has never met a person he didn't already know. And my first reaction was, what does that mean? And as I grew up, I realized it was a compliment. And I'm not sure, I kind of came in with this desire to connect with people. And so, anyway, I wrote this song called Look Up, because I just... Sound okay? Is it okay? Yeah. All right, beautiful. It will be painful for you. What if I look up and I notice you, but I turn away like so many do? If I didn't see you. When people look up, then the walls can come tumbling down. When you see a child stare at your face, they want so bad to walk in your shoes. Every child looks up to you. It all seems to matter when you pass one another. We must look up, look up, look up. When people look up, then the wall can come tumbling down. Yeah, we got to look up. The world will look up. Now there's a boy out there who could take his life. He thinks no one cares, so he withdrew. One smile's all he needs from when I do, like I already love you. Repeat after me. I am who I am, because of what I put into my mind. That's way too long. Let's see. Because of what I put into my mind. You go, oh yeah, together. Oh yeah, I am who I am, because